welcome to 30-minute reviews, and I'm also going to be uploading this episode as a episode of Beware Spoilers. I'm Adam,
I'm
and
Peter.
there we go. I knew you were going to do that, so okay.
Been away for a while, so I had to jump back into it.
Yeah, we've been away for about a month for the regular show, and for Beware of Spoilers, it's been about 2 weeks, or maybe a week, since me and Josie did our review of Logan. We're going to be doing things slightly differently. We're not going to be doing any of the movie reviews that we have talked about doing in the past for, March being the hectic month that it was. We're just going to talk about the large glut of news that's happened since then. By the way, do you know what I found at Walmart today?
A broken down scooter.
No. Well, they probably had one of those there. I found the Batman cereal from 1940 and 1943 on DVD for $10.
I thought you meant like breakfast cereal.
No, like the movie serials. All 30 episodes of Batman and then Batman and Robin, from 1940 and 1943.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you buy it?
Oh yeah, I bought it. I bought that today. I bought for $10 the Blu-ray of Alice in Wonderland, and the original one, not the Tim Burton one. And what was the other thing I bought? Oh, the entire Mummy collection on Blu-ray for $17.
Like with Brendan Fraser.
With Brendan Fraser.
I've seen the first two.
You haven't seen the Dragon Emperor or whatever the hell it's called?
Is that the one? And then isn't there one like in the snow also, or is that the Dragon Emperor one?
I don't know. I haven't watched them yet. I picked it up today.
You're like, the first one's really good. The first Mummy is a very good movie.
I don't think this next one's gonna be as good though.
The Tom Cruise one.
Tom Cruise over the summer.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I don't know.
By the way, do you know who's playing the Mummy?
Nope.
The girl playing the Mummy also played Jayla in Star Trek Beyond.
Who is that? Is that the one with the white?
The white and black face. Yeah. Because I've seen her before somewhere.
She's like the opposite of what's her name? She's an overrated actress.
She's been in 2 movies. I don't know how you can be.
No, I'm thinking of another actress.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that.
She was in
Meryl Streep.
No, she's younger. People tried to call her the new Meryl Streep. Oh my god, she's what's her name? She's in all the movies of that director with Bradley Cooper.
Oh, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence. She's like the opposite of Jennifer Lawrence because she only appears in movies where you can't tell what her face looks like.
That's true. But that was yeah. So she is playing the Mummy in that one. I had to look it up. I was like, I've definitely seen her somewhere before. It's like, you ever get that feeling like I've seen this before?
Deja vu.
No. Like with someone's. Okay, well, yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. There was something else we forgot. To add to the itinerary today. But yeah, so because I saw the trailer before. I want to say it was Kong Skull Island. For the Mummy, and I was like, this is weird to say the least.
But yeah, I want Brendan Fraser back. My Mummy.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with them not bringing back Brendan Fraser. Not for anything against Brendan Fraser. I think you shouldn't have gone with Tom Cruise though.
Yeah,
but,
he's good at what he does. What if he tries to audit the Mummy to get rid of its like demons?
That would be a solution.
And he's like, hold the cans.
Not a good solution, but it would be a solution.
I really want to see. There's this new documentary. It's called like My Scientology Movie.
I saw that on Rotten Tomatoes when I was looking at the ratings for the movies coming soon. When I was looking at how Power Rangers was doing.
Oh yes, you saw Power Rangers. I actually just talked to someone, like a friend of a friend, that loves Power Rangers, and I think they went and saw it. They liked it also.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's we'll talk about that a little bit later. I have that on the edge. But what was it? What were you saying?
Uh, talking about Scientology, the
The
Scientology movie.
Scientology movie. That was
I love any Scientology movie.
the what's
It's
it
also
called?
because my backup plan in life is to start my own cult.
Uh,
So I take notes from Scientology. You know why they're success? Like the main reason why they're successful.
because people are
There's
stupid.
there's no weird sex stuff. Number one rule if you're starting a cult: don't make any weird sex rules.
That yeah, I see
That's
that.
how that takes down every cult. Start trying to have sex with your members or like child sex stuff. That's gonna bring you down. So that's where the guy L. Ron Hubbard was like, nope.
But yeah. So did you see the trailer for The Circle?
Yeah, I think I saw it. I have a friend that read the book that said the book was really good.
I have the book. I
Um,
bought it. I haven't started reading.
yeah, I might read the book. I don't know. I like Tom Hanks a lot. Also, Tom Hanks' Twitter is like one of the best Twitters ever because at the end of every tweet he puts Hanks HANX.
Like I want to see the movie only because I want to see. I've never seen Tom Hanks play a bad guy.
That's
Like, am I
true.
the only one that like that choice intrigues me a little bit? Like,
I'm sure. I bet he's been a bad guy at least once.
find me the movie. Find me the movie where Tom
Going on
Hanks
his,
is a bad
I'm going on his IMDb page.
guy. What's it called? But
Robert
like,
Robert Langdon.
he's not a bad guy in the. No, I think no, that's wrong. What's it called?
Sully. Sully killed all those birds.
Oh yeah.
He was Walt
um,
Disney. Walt Disney was kind of evil.
he's not evil. He's just misunderstood and Hitlery and didn't like the Jews. Not yeah, he's evil, I guess. But he's not the bad guy in that movie. I don't think Disney made a movie where Walt Disney was openly like anti-Semitic. Do you remember the dumbest thing in that movie?
Oh wait, I found one. I'm pretty sure
What?
in the Lady Killers. I think he's a bad guy.
I haven't seen that movie.
Neither have I, but I think he kills old women.
No, I think it's oh maybe.
But it's a comedy, so I don't know if that counts.
Do you remember the really dumb thing in Saving Mr. Banks?
I never saw it, so
It's a movie about how Walt Disney, played by Tom Hanks, convinces the
the
person who wrote
Mary
Mary
Poppins.
Poppins
Yeah.
to give the rights to make Mary Poppins. And at one point, if you've ever watched any of Walt Disney's behind the scenes documentaries,
Uh-huh.
like I had the VHS of Peter Pan growing up. And after it, they had like, what we call modern DVD bonus features. They had the bonus feature about the making of Peter Pan after it. And
Uh-huh.
like it was part of viewing the VHS was watching that part too. So I would watch that every time. And one of the things that he'd be doing through the whole thing is smoking.
Oh yeah, didn't they go back through and like edit out his smoking or something? Or like
No,
in pictures they did that?
no. What they did was at one point while he is like he only picked up a cigarette at one point in the movie. He like goes to smoke it, and he takes in a deep breath of it, and then he like winces and puts it out.
That's really weird.
Like because like oh no he can't um we can't show Walt Disney smoking. It might be a bad impression on children. It's like that's what he did. He smoked.
Yeah, because that's what everyone did. It's like
Yeah,
Mad Men.
yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, so like I said earlier, we're not gonna be doing our regular movie reviews. We're just gonna be covering up all of the loose ends that we've missed in the month of. So let's jump right
He
in
was
with.
he was kind of a bad guy in Philadelphia.
No, he wasn't.
He was trying to spread AIDS
He
to the
wasn't
country.
trying to spread AIDS.
I never seen Philadelphia. I refuse to watch a movie based on that city, except for Rocky, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so Logan is the first movie we're gonna talk about today. So you saw Logan last week, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I saw it. Yeah, last like Wednesday or Thursday.
So and you want to give your thoughts on it before I
It
go into it?
was amazing. I've only seen it once, but I truly feel this might be like my favorite superhero movie.
Yeah, for me, I think it's definitely better. I like the number one movie everyone goes to as like the best superhero movie is always The Dark
Mhm.
Knight.
I
This
might
was
have liked
better
it
than The Dark
more
Knight.
than The Dark Knight because it like meant so much more, I guess. Because
Mm-hmm.
like when did the first X Men come out? Like 2001,
2000. It was before
2000.
9/11.
Yeah. So like I've been watching him as Wolverine for for more than half of my life,
Yeah.
which is and now this is like a perfect like finale of that. Like it all came to a head in this movie,
Mm-hmm.
but it did. But you didn't need to. It didn't. But I didn't prepare for this while rewatching all of like the X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like that wasn't necessary. But they were just like little snippets that were like, oh, remember this? Like that was fun. But like it was its own movie by itself. Like you didn't need anything else. Like one of my friends has never seen an X-Men movie before, and he went and saw this and loved it, and like was able to understand what was going on
Well, it's so good because
without like
it feels like a western too.
yes, yeah, and like the music in it was felt like that too. Like yeah, it was so good,
And the whole way
and
they
it was
handled his death
the
was just perfect.
yes, and the violence was amazing,
Yeah.
and like it was an emotional roller coaster also. Like it was all over the place. I had no idea what was happening.
Like I think the most impactful death in the movie is not Wolverine's. I think it's Professor X.
Yeah, so we can we can spoil
Yeah, we
stuff.
can spoil it.
Fine. Okay,
It's like,
I completely fell for that, like 100%. I
well, it's not
like
an X-Men movie if that doesn't happen. Like literally every movie with Mystique has someone do something out of character. It's like surprise, it's Mystique. Like
that's true.
like I just watched X-Men Apocalypse after watching Logan to see if the Wolverine sequence would hold up, and it does not. It's
Yeah.
awful after you see Logan. And there's that scene where she becomes Psylocke and goes and tries to slit Apocalypse's throat, and goes like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, I fell for that again." And it's like in Days of Future Past when Nixon goes out and it's like, "Ah, it's Mystique, got you." Or in
Yeah,
First
this
Class,
was better though
yeah,
because because they had and they like for me at least they did a very good distracting me because you found out like Professor X remembers the Westchester incident where they don't really describe it, but I'm assuming he killed like a shit ton of
he
mutants.
had one of his seizures and killed everyone.
Yeah, and then he like remembers that. So that's like right there, like crazy, and you feel really sad for Professor X. And then Logan walks in, he's like, "Let us sleep," and then he like kills him, and because it's not Logan. And I'm
And it's
like,
like
oh no.
what's it called? There's also this movie also does a good job of showing someone with Alzheimer's because Professor X has Alzheimer's in this movie,
Oh yeah,
unlike Marvel,
that,
who has the only symptom of Alzheimer's being let me just loop back around to the beginning of the conversation.
all my interactions with people just loop back to the beginning, and I don't remember who they are.
Like when he's doing that thing in the
And I
beginning
do a
where
good
he's
job showing the drugs too, like where the drugs help him like not have seizures, but they like destroy him in other ways,
yeah
and like the side effects with those. And
um
those were kind of funny parts, but like sad.
yeah and
The
what's it
only
called?
thing I didn't like was that for some reason his used car that's supposed to be like 5 or 6 years old was the limo was
Right.
the only car that looked futuristic.
Yeah. Oh, did you notice the one other I noticed one other thing in the beginning of the movie that foreshadows the ending.
I try to think.
I don't think you're gonna catch it because it took me a second viewing to catch it.
No. What part of it in the beginning is it?
It's when they show him as a limo driver in the beginning.
Oh, when he's like doing the montage of being a limo driver.
No. It's right after the scene where he kills everyone.
Oh, okay. Okay, what is it then?
They're looking at his they announced on the radio that the year is 2029,
Yeah.
and he looks down at the card and it shows that he's going by the name he went by in X-Men Origins, James Howlett, which is his given name before, and it says and the expiration date is 2029.
Oh, that's really good.
That's a neat little bit of foreshadowing in the beginning of the movie. What was it like? And the thing is too, him getting that final moment where the kids all shave him to, like as a joke, and then he he injects thing, and he gets one last moment as the Wolverine everyone knows
Yeah, that was
before
really cool.
going to his death.
And then
But,
all the
like,
kids like fucking up people was awesome too.
yeah,
Like the one girl made someone explode with pine needles.
yeah, like these kids have more efficient fighting tactics than the X-Men do. Let's be honest.
Yeah. They don't hold
Um,
back.
what was it? But going back to Professor X's death, the other thing is when he's talking about how it's like I don't deserve this. And
Uh huh.
he's like, this is the most perfect day, and he's realizing what a terrible person he was and how he killed
Yeah.
everyone, and that it's not just for him that him realizing that about that. You can also extend that to what he is, because like there's the old you've heard the old joke about Finding Nemo, where it's like, oh, what movie is this? The guy loses his son and teams up with a mentally handicapped person and travels the world to find him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's Finding Nemo. Like you can do the same thing with the X-Men. It's like two old men use children to fight a proxy war.
That is true.
And one of the
That's
things,
like there's like a random part in the movie I just got sad because like I bet Magneto's dead now.
yeah, like that's the other thing is you can go through any of the X-Men movies where it's Professor X and Magneto. You can do the movie from the other side, and they would still have a legitimate reason why they're right.
Yeah, that's why Magneto's such a good villain because it's not just like I want to destroy the world. It's like he's trying to put forward his ideas.
And he has reasons behind he has development and reasons behind why he wants to do it. So Professor X is just as bad as Magneto, and he's having this realization now right before he dies. Then he gets stabbed through the heart. And then did you catch what Wolverine does when he comes up and sees him?
No, I think I was too like it was too emotional for me to like realize what was happening.
He puts his hand. He gives Professor X the blanket and puts it over his chest and has him push down on it. And he's just saying to him, "It wasn't me, Charles. It wasn't me."
Yeah.
Then when he buries him, and this pissed me off a little bit because I don't think the movie theater understood this aspect of the character. When he's burying him, and he all he can say is like, "Well, there's water," and he's choking up and he's about to cry. And then he goes back to the car, and the car is not starting, so he starts beating the crap out of the car.
Yeah.
Like, people just started laughing at that, and it's like, no, this is a guy who doesn't know how to express emotions beyond rage.
I don't think my theater laughed at it.
Mine did. Like,
I'm in Seattle, so it's a different movie going experience. Also, shout out to the movie theater I went to because when we walked into the movie and the guy took our tickets, he told us just to let you know there's no end credit scene or post credit scene.
I stayed anyway. I knew there was no post credit scene, and I stayed anyway. Just because I thought I could bask and let the final song choice wash over me.
That was a very good final song choice.
It was they used "The Man Comes Around." I think that's the name of the song is by Johnny Cash, and it's such a great. It's off of his last album before he died, the same one that Hurt comes off of. And the estate of Johnny Cash is having a tremendous year this year, by the way. Can we just acknowledge that for a minute? Because you had Hurt in the first Logan trailer. You had this song in the credits of Logan. You had Walk the Line, that weird cover, in the first Power Rangers trailer. And then in Power Rangers, a major plot point, or not a major plot point, a song they play twice is a cover of Ring of Fire.
Huh. That's cool.
So it's a very good year to be a beneficiary of the estate of Johnny Cash. But yeah, that whole movie, I think I said to you after I saw it, this is my favorite movie of the last 2 years because it has eclipsed Rogue One for me.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Well, because the thing is, Rogue One was hands down the best movie I've seen in the last. Well, okay, the best movie like this, because you can't. I don't put this in the same category as movies like Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, I saw Hacksaw Ridge also. I really liked it.
Like Hacksaw Ridge is a great movie, and La La Land is good.
I think Andrew Garfield was too happy in the beginning of the movie, and his character kind of annoyed me because he was so happy.
Well, yeah, he's Jesus. You didn't know that? You didn't see Logan. Did you see the honest trailer for it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
It was the honest trailer for the Oscars, and he's like, watch as this Jesus figure goes through brutality just like Jesus did in Passion of the Christ.
Logan was also like a Jesus story, right?
Yeah, because like the guy who
I didn't really get it. I enjoy Batman v Superman. I'd like my Jesus stories to be slap me in the face.
It's not Batman v Superman wasn't exactly slapping you in the face, but his face fucking you with the Jesus imagery.
This one had a better Judas though, because I think Stephen Merchant or
Yeah,
Caliban is that his name?
yeah, Caliban. He wasn't really a Judas.
I think so because he was more forced to betray them than like willingly, but he still betrayed them,
Oh,
but then
yeah,
and then killed himself.
but no, but Judas never went back, like turned like went back and accepted Jesus after.
But he killed himself.
I
I think killing himself was like accepting Jesus.
hmm,
But he also fulfilled the prophecy, so it's like,
that's true.
was he evil or not? But we don't have
Hmm.
to have a religious debate
Yeah,
about
we're not.
Judas
We
right
did this.
now.
We did this last year with Batman v Superman. We're not doing this again. Um, so now the question is, they're
I was
gonna
also
recast.
terrified at the end after they bury him, and then she switches the cross to an X, and it like was zooming in on his grave. I was like, please God, please do not let anything move.
Yeah, exactly like at the end of Batman v
I was
Superman
like,
when the dirt
that
starts
was like the
moving.
most suspenseful moment in the movie for me. I was like, please do not let anything move.
I teared up when she turned it to an X a little bit. Like
Yeah, that was cool.
that was
And
like a lot
also,
of people thought it
was
was
it?
dumb, but it was a strong, impactful moment.
Yeah, I really like that. And then it's like they went off to start the New Mutant Society, but they
Yep.
don't have to like kill people.
Yep.
Also, they were all like, you can match them with other mutants. I was trying to like figure that out.
That's true because there was
The
the girl with the
children.
ice powers who matches up with
There's a
Iceman.
little there's a little black fat boy that was Storm.
Which, by the way, can we acknowledge that they played into the stereotype of the black person who has lots of bitch powers?
Yeah, why is that always
I don't
the
know because
thing?
you have Static Shock, you have Living Lightning, you have Storm, you
Jamie
have
Foxx.
Electro.
Yeah.
Who was the other? Who was the one that's getting a TV show now on CW? Who also fits into that, but it's not Static Shock. It's someone else. Black Lightning, I think. No, it's something like that.
Uh-huh.
And
That is a weird stereotype in superhero movies.
it is really, it really is.
And
Um,
then the kid could I don't know, he lifted that truck, so I don't know if it was like metal.
he's that's Richter. He's a X Force member. When I texted you after I saw it, there were two more X Force members in this movie than I thought there were. It's because X-23 is an X Force member, Deadpool
Oh.
is an X Force member, and Richter is also an X Force member.
The
Um,
Deadpool's opening thing was really funny. I like
yeah.
that.
I didn't think I would see Ryan Reynolds' ass when I went into this movie.
That is
Um,
true too.
um, I've
They're
seen
like they
Ryan
let you
Reynolds'
know right
ass
up
too
front
too many times for.
this movie is rated R.
Yeah, exactly. They do a good job in the first 2 minutes after the Deadpool scene, of earning that R with just like gore and saying fuck over and over again.
They do say fuck a lot, and then
Yeah,
you get to hear Professor X say fuck a few times.
yeah. Like that scene in the trailer that I called out as being dumb works a lot better in the movie.
Which one?
The one at the end of the second trailer where he's like 2 days, several thousand miles, and no food or sleep. He's 11. I'm fucking 90.
Oh,
Like, it works better in the movie, but it doesn't work
yeah,
as well. In the trailer, it seemed weird, but it works better.
yeah, it's better.
So now they are gonna recast Wolverine, and Hugh Jackman is gonna be involved as a producer on future movies involving Wolverine. Um, so the question is, what do you do next with the X Men as a franchise?
Phoenix.
One of the things I noticed, by the way, after I saw this movie, I want to point this out: the better superhero movies don't have world-ending stakes.
Yeah, except for
Uh,
Batman v Superman.
like Iron Man, the world's not in peril.
Actually, no, Batman v Superman. The world's not in peril. They just that warehouse district is
Yeah,
in
exactly.
peril.
No one's there. Don't forget. No one's in risk of
Yeah,
dying.
that's what everyone remember.
This downtown area is completely abandoned. Yeah, bullshit. Okay.
Yep.
Um,
There was like an oil spill there, so they can't live there anymore. But
there was
yeah, like the second Thor movie, like it got very confusing with like everything combining together,
right, like Civil War.
including the universe of Anaheim, California.
I think the only thing that the only exception to this rule where there's world-ending stakes is not Civil War, Winter Soldier.
But that's still different though too, because it's not necessarily the end of the world, like
Right,
or
yeah.
not, and not giant laser beams. It's like more nuanced, I guess.
Right. Like Civil War was good, and that didn't have the world-ending stage. Just the Avengers are gonna be done, and then
I also
but
really liked in Logan. It was like I was confused in the trailer about how like society would be, and I didn't really get it. But I liked that it's really only post-apocalypse for mutants, and
yeah,
like the rest of the world is fine.
the rest of the world is going on like nothing's happening.
Yeah,
Um, Actually, the rest of the world's probably better off because if the mutants are gone, you don't have Apocalypse fucking shit up. You don't have
yeah. There's also boobs in this movie for
yes,
a little bit. I also
uh,
this movie did something, yeah, that Marvel did something Marvel can never do also
which is what
because Disney make a rated R superhero movie
that's true.
because Disney is terrified of cool things.
Well, I don't think Disney's terrified of cool things. It's like Disney wouldn't go like Infinity War rated R. Like I think the Venom movie's gonna be rated R. That's coming out next year.
Oh yeah, well
It
that's
would.
they can blank, but they have Sony to protect them from like
I gotta add that
that.
to the list too. I forgot we have to talk about the new announcement about that. But yeah, I think what the X Men should do, and what they've proven with their two most recent successful movies, which were Deadpool
And
and
Days of
this,
Future. Oh, okay, I forgot Deadpool was the next. I always forget Deadpool.
um, the better movies in the X Men universe, you can have the X Men continuity the way it is, where you can have the stupid timelines and Apocalypse showing up in the 80s, and Apocalypse is showing up in the 80s has no bearing on the events of Days of Future Past. So why didn't he show up in the 80s in the original timeline? And why did Psylocke get born 20 or 30 years earlier? And why did Jubilee get born 20 or 30 years earlier? Um, those are all questions that need to be addressed, I think.
I love
Why
it.
did Angel get born 20 to 30 years earlier? Um, why are there now three X-23s going around? But I think you can keep doing that, but the solo movies don't keep them beholden to the continuity as screwed up as it is of the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like this movie has nothing in like it's not even in continuity with the previous Wolverine movies.
Yep.
Like
That's like people are like, oh, this is a weird it's a weird Wolverine trilogy because they each get better like with each one, and I was like, I feel like this is so separate from the X Men Origins Wolverine movie and the Wolverine.
well, there are
Like,
two callbacks to the previous movies. One, the adamantium bullet comes from Origins,
uh
and when he's in Mexico, he's got the katana from the Wolverine hanging up on his wall.
okay,
So it shows they those did happen, and so did some parts of the previous X Men movie.
yeah,
Because like when you talked about like oh she's at the Statue of Liberty, she's at the Statue of Liberty, and he's like the Statue of Liberty was years ago. That's from the first movie. And then it's like
mm-hmm.
when I found you in Canada all those years ago. Again, that's from the first X Men movie, completely ignoring Days of Future Past.
When they
Um,
find him in the bar.
yeah. Because Days of Future Past, he had an entire adventure with Charles. Um, what else was there? So like there is some continuity, but it just ignores the entire prequel timeline. Um, so I think if they just ignore and just do what they want to do with these solo movies, it could be good. And it gives me slight hope for Gambit. That Gambit could eventually be good if that movie ever comes out.
Oh yeah, I always forgot about that.
And Channing Tatum is still playing Gambit. They lost the director, but he's still playing Gambit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah. What's next? Let's talk about a movie that came out this week. That way I can put it in the title. We can get more listeners. Power Rangers,
Power Rangers.
which came out Friday. It's number 2 at the box office, I think. Just behind Beauty and the Beast. By the way, how weird does that sound? That we're like Power Rangers is the number 2 movie and Beauty and the Beast is the number 1 movie. I feel like I'm back in 1995.
It helps show that Hollywood has no original ideas anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the death of creativity.
I mean, I don't understand why the reviews are so bad for this Power Rangers movie. Like,
Well, yeah, what were people expecting?
this happened last year too. This has now happened every year for the last few years. There's like Batman v no, that was last year too. Batman v Superman, Independence Day Resurgence. What were you going into this movie expecting?
Uh, Batman v
Like,
Superman. It's a whole different game.
okay, it has a 28 on Rotten Tomatoes, so I think it falls into this category of why are the reviews so bad for this movie? Because it's bad. It's
Then
not 28.
all Adam Sandler produced movies.
I don't know about that.
I've decided to start defending Adam Sandler movies.
The good Adam Sandler movies are not poorly received, though. The bad ones are poorly.
Yeah, but people just don't even give them a chance anymore.
But yeah, so like I went into this movie expecting a 2 hour long origin episode for a new season of Power Rangers, and I got a 2 hour long origin episode for a new season of Power Rangers. I don't know what anyone wants from this. Like,
so are these people going to be in the show now?
No. This is this isn't like Turbo. This is its own standalone franchise. They have 6 movies on setup.
Holy shit!
I don't want to give this too much credit because, as anyone who listens to the show knows, we despise Max Landis and everything he stands for.
Yeah, Max Landis is the fuck.
And he's one of the writers on this movie, and I don't want to give this movie too much credit, but it was a solid movie. It's the best of the 3 Power Rangers movies because one of them was awful, one of them was an episode that they put into theaters, and then there's this one. You think I'm kidding? Turbo is just the pilot episode to Turbo.
Nice.
This movie has a lot of nice little subtle throwbacks too, if you watched any of the TV shows. So we got like in the beginning, the Zeo crystal is a big plot point, which is how they transfer powers in season 1, and then later on they become the Zeo Rangers using the crystal. They show the alien ranger species early on. By the way, I just want to bring this up. I love being proven right about my theory for a movie within the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Help you relax.
So I don't know if we're gonna acknowledge Max Landis is a good writer because I called it and it was proven right in the first 5 minutes that the Red Ranger was Zordon and Rita was the Green Ranger, and they were on a team together, and then Rita betrayed them and became the bad guy.
This.
Yeah, I said this months ago, and literally in the first 5 minutes of the movie that happens. So I felt pretty good about myself in that moment. Let me see what else is going to talk about with this movie. Remember last year Batman v Superman, and I think we talked about it again with Suicide Squad. Earning the ability to do certain things with the audience.
Yeah.
That's what this movie felt like it was. Proving to the audience that they can have the ability to do a Power Rangers movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the first 4/5 of the movie is teenage angst and them trying to become the Rangers, and then they do finally become the Rangers at the end, and the end goes full camp.
Cool.
With like, this is what you expected. Like they suit up, they go out, they fight the putties, then the monster appears, so they gotta call the Zords, and they even call the Zords, and they show that profile running shot where they play the theme song over it, and I got a slight erection during that part. Not as bad as the guy who, at the end of the movie, after they kill Goldar, which isn't a spoiler because if you watch any episode of Power Rangers ever, you know that that's going to happen. When at the end, in the records, they show people coming out and taking pictures of the Megazord, and in the crowd you have Jason David Frank and Amy Jo Johnson from the original show. The guy like 3 rows ahead of me was like, yes! Like that. And I was just like, oh my god, just shut up. There's a cool mid-credit scene where they introduce that Tommy Oliver is also there, and he's the Green Ranger, which means that for the next movie, they're just going to be adapting the Green with Evil, which is a 5-part story arc in season 1. So it's literally a 5-episode miniseries in season 1 where they introduce the Green Ranger. And they'll be doing that in the next movie. But with 6
Guess
more
how
movies...
old Amy Jo Johnson is?
45?
You're close. 46.
Huh. Well, she was a teenager in 1993, so... But after Green with Evil, where do you go from there? And I have a few ideas that if you're at Lionsgate, apparently you need money because you feel the need to take the money off the top of us for playing 8 seconds of City of Stars in our last episode. So here, we'll give you some ideas just for free, just give you some. I mean, you're hiring Max Landis to write your tentpole blockbuster movie, so you can't be doing that great. So let's see. After you agree with evil, I would do the Psycho Rangers arc, which was they created a team of evil Power Rangers that came to the town, and basically what the excuse was they wanted to use the footage from the crossover between the next season of the Japanese and the season they based the original Power Rangers on. So they used that costume for the evil Rangers, and they fought the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So there's your third movie. Your fourth movie, you need a new way to sell action figures because that's all Power Rangers is. So what do? You do Zeo. You have the end of this line, or you know what? Don't even do that. Go with the ninjas first. You haven't done that yet. Have them have to get the ninja powers because they get screwed. They get fucked up somehow, and they have to get the ninja powers. And they get the ninja powers. Have that for that movie. Then the fourth movie, you do Zed comes, and they fight Zed. Then after that, at the end of this movie, they get fucked up again. Now you're going into 5. Then you have to do Zeo for 5 and 6. And the Machine Empire. And then from there, don't give a crap. Figure it out from there. I'm not giving you all your work for you. So let's go into something that Peter actually knows about. We have the trailer for the Justice League movie.
I enjoyed it. The only reason I found out about it because I was on Twitter yesterday when I was at an airport, and I just saw all this hatred towards Warner Brothers, and it was just like people wanting everyone at Warner Brothers to die. And I was like, oh, I guess the Justice League trailer dropped. And then I watched it, and I was like, I don't understand how people can get so angry over a trailer.
Yeah, I don't understand either.
It's like, okay, you cannot like it, and they're like, oh, I don't like it, but it's like, it's calm down.
Yeah,
it's exactly. A movie.
That's his whole thing. Is like, no one on neither side are people being gracious about it.
Oh, have you seen? This is like quick side thing. Edgar Wright's new movie.
No, I haven't.
Baby Driver. Got the trailer for it.
No,
It looks really good. Kevin Spacey's the bad guy, so it's gonna be good. But it's like this guy who's like his eardrum exploded when he was young, so he always hears like a ringing in his ears, and so he always has music blasting in his headphones.
Mm-hmm.
So then, and he becomes like a getaway driver, and then he can keep calm because he's always blasting music in his ear, and he doesn't like care about and his surroundings almost.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, Kevin Spacey, Jamie Foxx, John Hamm is in it. There's like a bunch of people in it, but it looks good, like good and funny. Also, did you see the trailer for Atomic Blonde?
No.
That's like the best way to put it is it's kind of like Lady John Wick. With
oh yeah, I actually did hear about that.
Charlize Theron, but it looks really good because it seems like when she gets hit, it has more of an effect. Like it shows what happens when you get punched, but like she beats the shit out of people, and then she's also a lesbian, so that's fun. And then she's an MI6 agent, and it just looked really cool. Like the action scenes looked really good, and Charlize Theron's a very good action star. So,
the new Pirates of the Caribbean trailer dropped today.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I just saw that. I was bringing up the new Justice League trailer, so we can do a trailer breakdown. I could point out everything I hate with this trailer.
There's nothing I hated.
Okay, so I
also have a new Oscar theory. I think Amy Adams is going to be the new Leonardo DiCaprio.
She already is. She's been nominated as many times as him.
Oh, well, she didn't even get nominated this year.
No, I know.
Which is bullshit.
No, she should have been nominated for at least one of the 2 movies she was in that could have been nominated.
Yeah. Arrival. I don't think a lot of people with Nocturnal Animals. It was like super pretentious on purpose. I think that I don't think people got that.
Yeah.
I know it's weird, but it like makes sense when you watch it.
Did you see the trailer for Geostorm?
No, I don't even know what that is. Oh wait, is that the new like?
Roland Emmerich movie.
Yeah,
I am so ready to see this movie.
this looks like the type of disaster porn I get off on.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally the best way to put it. And like I saw this trailer and I was like, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. Like it just looks like a Day After Tomorrow Part 2, but I'm fine with that.
That's like for some reason when I was in Boston, we did a bar trivia, and Dennis Quaid came up a few times, so we just started talking about the amazingness of the Day After Tomorrow.
Yes. It looks really good though. Not in terms of story, but in terms of how good the disaster looks. Like it looks really good. So I have the Justice League trailer queued up, and I forgot how right off the bat we're off to a bad start with this. So if you're gonna listen along, I'm gonna tell you when to pause as we go. So I am at the starting.
I'm watching the Geostorm trailer right now. So
okay, so
I had to take a quick break and go like jerk off for a second. Amazing. I like they bomb hurricanes.
Yes. Like it's a good premise.
There's a fire tornado.
Like this is what I want to see from a Roland Emmerich movie. I want to see stuff blow up in new and spectacular ways. That's why 2012 was so good.
There's like a little callback to Day After Tomorrow because there's a hailstorm.
Oh, there's more of a callback to Day After Tomorrow.
Tidal wave.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that tidal wave looks like worse than the tidal wave in the Day After Tomorrow.
You know what though?
Oh fuck yeah!
I'm still seeing this movie in theaters.
Yeah, I'll probably see this. I remember I saw 2012 in theaters. That was an amazing experience.
Yeah, like that's what all of these are. Like you don't want to watch it on TV. It's like watching Avatar on TV. Like, why?
I know Roland Emmerich has nothing to do with this movie, Geostorm.
I thought he was executive producer.
Oh, okay, maybe. I see directors and writers.
Oh, he's executive. I think he's definitely executive producer on Geostorm.
Oh yeah, because it said from the producers of Independence Day.
Right, and I trust anyone who produced Independence Day to make a good disaster porn movie.
Yeah, Independence Day is a little bit too much story for me. 2012 was a good,
a good mid ground.
Yeah. Why can't I find a fucking producer of this movie?
Also, Roland Emmerich's a huge fan of Star Wars.
As they blow up a planet.
No, he talked about that in his what's it called? In the commentary on Independence Day. He talked about how influenced by Star Wars the escape from the alien ship is. Because if you play them side by side, the escape from the alien ship, including them being followed out by the explosion and all that, it mirrors the escape from the second Death Star at the end of Return of the Jedi. Like, he was very influenced by that, and it shows. Alright, so let me know when you're ready to start Justice League.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was like... Oh, Independence Day 3.
Yes, I am so ready for that.
No, he has actually nothing to do with Geostorm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just went on his IMDb page, which I'm kind of mad about. Okay.
Oh, I'm still gonna see it. Like, producers of Independence Day can do no wrong. So Justice League...
now I'm ready for the Justice League trailer.
Okay, so did you have it loaded up? Are you gonna watch it too at the same time, or are you gonna...
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Okay, so let me know when you're ready to press play.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so ready and play. Okay, so we're off to the same rocky start that everyone had an issue with. First of all, let's just pause it right here. Okay, number one.
Cool. He's on a horse. It's
the blue filter. The blue filter is still here.
Yeah, it's dark.
So there's problem number one.
No, it lets us know this is a real movie.
No,
we don't need your bright colors to trick us.
Did you know both of the Best Picture winners last year, both the one that almost won because they announced it wrong and the one that actually did win, featured bright colors? So
that's kind of misleading because it's called Moonlight.
They just borrowed Zack Snyder's cameras for a few days to shoot it.
Yeah.
No, but first of all, there's that problem. Number two, this is a Justice League movie. You have to assemble the Justice League as part of the...
That's what the end of Batman v Superman was about.
Like, now that's what this is, though. It's if it's one thing I loved about Batman v Superman, it's Superman's soul searching mission, and he goes and talks to his dad, his ghost dad, and
You
all
like
that.
that part?
No, I didn't. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't even really like that part.
And now it looks like this is what they're channeling with this scene. Now we got the Warner Bros. Logo, the DC logo. Okay, more ice, cool. Now more landscape shots. I see he's Inarritu is coming in on this one. Oh, look, here's Batman. Holy crap, who's surprised?
Oh.
Okay, now here's my first problem. Okay?
Yeah.
Cyborg's dad has a mother box.
Yeah.
We know this from Batman v Superman because Cyborg became Cyborg because of a mother box. We see that in the clips, in the mid-credit scene that they put in the middle of the movie of all the other Justice League coming together. That should be a big plot point in this movie. Because, as we know, this movie is about how Steppenwolf was trying to get back the mother boxes from Earth. There are 3 on Earth. One in time, however you pronounce where Wonder Woman's from. Once I see the movie, I'll be able to pronounce it correctly. One in Atlantis, and one with the humans on Earth.
Guy's house.
Yeah, exactly. This guy has the most powerful weapon in the universe. So,
and he keeps it in the corner of his den.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't even hide it or anything. It's just kind of there. Now, my problem is, why did this what's it called? Why did one of the parademons not just go, let me look and grab it while he's not home instead of waiting to attack him when he gets home?
I didn't even realize until you just said that there was a parademon behind him the first time I watched that trailer.
Yeah, there's a parademon behind him. So there's problem number one. Now here's Wonder Woman with Batman.
I really like Gal Gadot. She's cool.
I still like the casting of what's his name as Aquaman. Okay, problem number 2. Here we are. The CGI on Cyborg looks like an Injustice trailer.
Yeah, the other CGI in the movie, like the trailer, is pretty good, except for I think it's because of his face. It's because we're very good at recognizing faces, and then once you do like a CGI whole human face, it ruins the effect.
Yeah, it's the same. I'm getting the same feeling I got when I saw Green Lantern. Yeah,
it's because we're as humans, we know what a human face looks like, and when it looks fake, it ruins the whole image for us.
Right. So the Cyborg does not look good. So here's Cyborg.
He's a cyborg.
Barry Allen in the Speed Force. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here. They're not gonna explain anything having to do with the Speed Force in this movie. You know why?
Why?
If they did, it would serve no purpose because it's a Justice League movie. In the Justice League annual comics, do you ever hear about, we have to use the Speed Force for this? No, because it's a Justice League movie, not a Flash movie. But yet, here we are. We see Barry running in the Speed Force. So, we get the scene from the first trailer again where he catches the Batarang.
Yeah, I remember that.
Now, Batman fighting parademons for reasons.
It's cool.
I do like the song choice.
The Warner Brothers is very good at that.
Oh, good. We still have slow motion Wonder Woman. By the way, can we just pause right here and talk about that?
What?
Wonder Woman needing slow motion to kick a guy the legs out from under him.
That was kind of weird because they show everyone else fighting parademons, and then they show Wonder Woman leg sweeping a guy.
Now, my question is, where does that fit into the movie?
Maybe she just wants to kill people. She had bloodlust.
Well, that's the thing. It's it would fit in with she fits in with Superman very well there, but she doesn't fit in with the rest.
When is Wonder Woman coming out? Isn't that happening soon?
Yeah, in July.
Oh, okay.
But the trailer for Wonder Woman has that same thing where she's constantly where it's slow motion anytime she moves. That doesn't make her look powerful. It just makes the movie slow down to a halt. So let's press play again. Cyborg becomes Iron Man. Flash needs to use super speed to move 10 inches.
That was a funny joke when he asked Batman what his superpowers are. That was funny.
Good
Or
shit
it
for-
would have been better if he was just like, "What are your superpowers?" And he's like, "Prep time."
Okay, now let me just pause it. So we got a few. Let's just backtrack to the 141 mark. Okay, and then go from there. I'm gonna say pause really quick. Okay, pause at 143. We see Cyborg playing football before he was
Right.
Cyborg. Okay,
Oh yeah,
why?
because I
Give
don't
me
know.
one reason why Cyborg's origin should be given any time in a Justice League movie. Okay, there's problem number one. Okay, so let's press play again and pause it again. Now we have Wonder Woman in a cave somewhere with a shield, Flash in the Speed Force again. Oh, look, here's Amy Adams. Why? I like reading the Justice League comics for Lois Lane. Of course, who doesn't love that?
Amy Adams is cool.
Now we have Mera underwater. I don't like the underwater effects that much. Underwater, I don't, unless they're going to spend an ample amount of time in Atlantis, I don't see a reason why they should be in the movie. Although I think that is a mother box. In their defense, I think that is a mother box off to the right.
Ah,
So that would explain it. Now we have our first look at Henry Allen in jail. Again, I'm going to ask, why is Henry Allen in jail in a Justice League movie?
we'll find out.
Because if you watch The Flash or if you've read the Flash comics, you know why he's there, and it's because the Reverse Flash killed Barry's mother, and his father got accused of the crime because there was no physical evidence to prove otherwise, and he ends up in jail for life. And now we see Barry visiting his dad in jail. Why?
Thanks for spoiler alert.
Why am I dealing with this in a Justice League movie? Like, if you're gonna do this scene, either you're gonna have it in there for some dumb reason, like people who watch the Flash TV show, like, oh my god, I know what this is, or you're gonna have people like, why is this in here? I don't understand what the context is, and it's stupid. You're setting yourself up for bad reviews when you do this.
Maybe
so
in
let's
20
go
years.
a little bit further. This looks like more than the Justice League fighting this army of parademons, by the way. This looks like they have all of Atlantis. Oh, and here are the Amazonians.
Yep.
Okay, at least they will have shown Wonder Woman by that point, so we'll have a reason for the Amazonians to be there, so that's good. Not that it's going to be, a good thing anyway, because that looks like there's way more than there are in any of the trailers for Wonder Woman. I think Batman's still here to do stuff.
I'm happy. What's his name? It's gonna be Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, and that's the final thing in the trailer is the Commissioner Gordon appearance. Yeah, I do like the ending. Also, that's not a trident.
I was about to say that too. I paused like right at that part, and I was like, "That's like not that."
Yeah, that's not a trident. That's a quadrant.
It's more effective though. Get more spears on it.
Also, I want to point out what Robin used before Batman v Superman is a trident. Though I asked the question again, why does Robin need a trident in the first place? Because Batman and Robin don't kill people. So there's another problem. But let's just go back to that scene of Aquaman jumping off the Batmobile into the three parademons and talk about how bad that looks.
Thought it looked cool.
He doesn't make impact with the parademons before he goes back, before the camera pans back. I'm gonna point that out to
you. I think you're watching it too closely.
No, I think I'm watching it the correct amount of closeness because this is my second time watching the trailer, and I'm noticing that. So, I think this movie's gonna be overstuffed, and I don't think the overstuffed is gonna be the result of them not having set up the previous characters, because you could very easily do this movie without needing the backstory on Iris West or Henry Allen or all that. Also, keep in mind, allegedly they're introducing Black Canary in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Also, Superman's in this movie, don't forget. And also, allegedly, Green Lantern is in this movie.
That'll be fun.
So, this is going to be this is going to be an overstuffed nightmare. Also, they're completely rewriting the Batman movie. So if you're hoping for that to cheer you up, I wouldn't get your hopes up. They're completely throwing away everything Ben Affleck had.
I didn't like to punish Ben Affleck.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because he doesn't want to be Batman anymore.
So yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment because the thing is, Wonder Woman does good trailer. Warner Brothers does good trailers, but the movies tend not to follow up as well.
True. Or the third trailer.
Right. Well, no, the third trailer for Batman v Superman was the best trailer.
Or was it the fourth trailer when they decided to show Doomsday?
No, that was the second trailer.
Oh, okay.
They showed Doomsday in trailer 2. Trailer 3 was the one where it's like they show the warehouse fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that they get in trouble because they start revealing too much from their trailers.
That's true.
Like all the Lex Luthor speeches from the trailers that were like really that ruined them, like his speeches in the movie.
Yeah, I guess. Because you realize that it's just the same 3 sound bites said over and over again.
Yep.
So yeah. So now the news about your countrymen from New Jersey.
Oh yeah, what is this?
So someone who was famous on reality TV from New Jersey. No. They were on TLC. Do you ever hear the show John and Kate Plus 8?
Oh, which one is it? I didn't know they were from New Jersey.
John Goslin's from New Jersey. He is a stripper now in Atlantic City.
Good for him. I'm sure everyone wants to see like a
45-year-old Asian man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is a stripper in North Jersey now. I saw that news story and I was like, what the fuck? So Oscar results. Let me pull up our little ballot and see who won. As soon as my thing opens up.
Oh wait, can I have a little fuck the NFL segment?
Yes, go ahead while I find this.
Okay. Know how the Oakland Raiders might move to Las Vegas, or probably am moving to Las Vegas?
Yeah.
The city of Oakland proposed a new stadium plan that's $1.3 billion to try to keep the Raiders in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
And then Roger Goodell told them to fuck off because it would make the NFL/owners pay at least $200 million or something of that $1.3 billion. But in Las Vegas, the $750 million stadium is 100% funded by taxpayers. Because the NFL is really hurting for money, and the billionaires that own the team just can't afford it. So they force taxpayers to pay for a private stadium.
I think the bigger problem is that the Oakland Raiders this season are playing one of the foreign games. Taking the place of one of their home games, which, by the way, the home game that they're playing would have been Patriots at Raiders in Oakland. They took that game and moved it to either London or Mexico City. If you're a Raiders fan, how pissed must you be?
Yeah,
that
exactly.
The one game a year that you get to see Tom Brady play, or one game every few years even you get to see Tom Brady play at home, you can't do now because that game's in Mexico City or London. Like that's fucked up. Like, I hate to say it. But yeah, so what we have here, we have our Oscar results. Me and you were both correct for Best Picture.
Sweet.
We both picked Moonlight. We were both. You were right for Best Director. You picked Damien Chazelle for La La Land. Neither of us were right for Actor in a Leading Role.
Yeah.
Who won? Casey Affleck won that. Actress in a Leading Role. Neither of us were right. That was who won Lead Actress? I don't remember, but it wasn't Ruth Negga or Meryl Streep. Supporting actor went to Mahershala Ali of Moonlight, and I was correct on that. Supporting actress went to Viola Davis of Fences, and you were correct on that. Original screenplay, neither of us were correct. Adapted screenplay, neither of us were correct. Visual effects, neither of us were correct. Animated feature, I was correct for Zootopia. And Breaking the Tie, best original song, I was correct for City of Stars.
Yeah, I think it's in Moana or something.
You said how far I'll go.
Okay.
Also, we have to take a minute to acknowledge the Academy Award-winning movie Suicide Squad.
Yeah. How many Oscars does Marvel have?
0. They won Best Hair and Makeup. I'm not entirely sure how they won Best Makeup in a category where they were up against the makeup on Jayla from Star Trek. I don't understand how the voting worked there.
Kind of agree with that.
Like, that was far more impressive than the Halloween cosplayer of Harley Quinn. I think maybe more than anything it won for what's it called? Killer Croc.
Also, how was La La Land nominated for Best Costume?
Did you watch the on show for the Oscars?
No.
It's because Hollywood likes to jerk itself off.
Oh, that is true because it's a movie about how great Hollywood is.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's anything that they love, it's giving themselves a hand job. So there you go. The ending screw up with La La Land winning. Not really. Moonlight winning. That was amusing to watch live.
Yeah, I just watched the aftermath of it and like what happened later.
I like how no one acknowledged how gracious the cast of La La Land was.
That got annoying though. How like all the interviews afterwards, they were all like, "Moonlight is like, I love Moonlight." Like, yeah, Moonlight.
Yeah, exactly. Moonlight. Did anyone watch Moonlight? Let me pull up the box office mojo on Moonlight real quick. Mojo.com. I want to see just how many people saw Moonlight. By the way, you know how much Power Rangers pulled in this weekend?
It was like 40.5 million.
Yeah, that's a lot. Let's see, Moonlight. Its lifetime gross was $27 million.
It made a profit.
Well, yeah. That's not what I'm going for though. My question is, it's also the 19th. It's actually ranked 19 and highest grossing gay and lesbian movie of all time.
Yeah.
Do you know what number 1 is? Actually, you know what the top 5 are?
No, what are they?
The Birdcage is number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Interview with a Vampire is number 2.
Mm-hmm.
The Imitation Game is number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Brokeback Mountain, number 4.
Yep.
And The Talented Mr. Ripley is number 5.
Oh, I didn't know that was about that.
So, Moonlight is number 19. Let's see, where does it rank? I wish there's a breakdown of how many people watched it before it won Best Picture and after it won Best Picture. Oh, here it is. So let's see. Once it opened wide, which is a poor choice of words for a movie about gay people, it only made at most 500,000 a day. That's the highest amount I can find until that first week, the last week in February, where it wins Best Picture. Then it jumps back up to where it is now, to being at $27 million. The thing is, people, this movie, I haven't watched it yet. I bought it. I think a lot of people from the Oscars So White thing last year didn't want this to win as much as they wanted Fences to win. Because they didn't want a movie about gay people winning to take their spotlight. No, you think I'm not even kidding? I think that's serious. Like, do you think people want to share the spotlight? Like, um, it was number 36. Its second weekend it opened at the box office.
Well, they didn't really have a wide release until in
No, that
like.
was the wide release.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at the wide release. It was ranked 36 its second weekend. Now, box office doesn't mean it's gonna, win awards or anything like that. Whoops. That was my new Mickey Funko Pop that fell on the floor. Let me bring up. La La Land's at $150 million and it didn't win Best Picture. So, and Batman v Superman grossed over $1 billion and it's nowhere near Best Picture.
Well, that's why the Oscars are good because it doesn't matter what you like
Right.
grossed.
And
La La Land had way more press than Moonlight did. Like I don't like it had way more trailers and way more advertising.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was how that went. Now what have we got next? There's really not much to talk about with the Oscars, so we already talked at length about it. So they're rebooting The Matrix.
I saw.
This is what I added to the list.
I don't know
you
why.
said Deja Vu.
Mm-hmm.
I had to add The Matrix reboot to the list. So allegedly it's going to be a origin story of Morpheus.
I guess that's cool. Are the
Starring,
Wachowskis anywhere near it?
maybe. I don't remember off the top of my head. I do know Michael B. Jordan is who they want to play. They want him to play young Morpheus. Also, you know what's still allegedly coming out this year?
What?
Creed 2.
Oh, yeah.
I am ready for that. But yeah, so I don't know. I think the guy from The Onion said it best about this movie.
Oh, and it's like haven't been disappointed in the Matrix movie in a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're gonna get your hopes up, it's gonna be garbage, and you're gonna be like, oh well. So that's happening, I guess. Either be happy or be sad. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but the Matrix movie's happening. Venom is getting a spin-off movie from Sony.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have the same one-way continuity as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Netflix TV show.
Ah.
So it's going to be influenced by characters and events in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but what happens in that movie will not go back and affect the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The other way. So it's going to be odd to say the least. It was listed today as science fiction horror as a concept.
That's strange.
As a genre. So Sony's going to fuck this up. I'm just going to put it out there right now. Look, Sony hasn't made a good Spider-Man movie since 2004.
That is somewhat true.
And the second best Spider-Man movie of all time is Captain America: Civil War. So, do we have faith in Sony? No. We've talked about the leaks and what they wanted to do with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Does that give you any sense of comfort around how this movie's going to turn out? Like, whatever. Do whatever you want, Sony. I don't care. I'll still pay to see it because I gotta review it anyway. Let's see. Let's talk about an upcoming video game release real quick. Actually, no. Let's do Thor Ragnarok first. Pictures came out from Thor Ragnarok. We saw their new Power Rangers villain in Jeff Goldblum. Kate Blanchett does not look her age in this movie. She looks substantially younger though. She's playing Hela, the god of death, and I think I texted you about this. How would you feel if after seeing Logan now? Okay, because I texted you this before you saw Logan.
Yeah.
Second trailer comes out for Ragnarok, and they start talking about the plot more, and it's like you see the armies of the undead are coming to fight, and it's like all the undead heroes are coming to help in the fight, because that is going to happen in this movie. It's like the movie is about the Soul Stone, and
Hmm.
that's the ultimate weapon to defeat Hela and her armies, or Hela and her armies, is the Soul Stone to bring back the dead heroes from Valhalla. How would you feel if they show them rushing and it's just that shot, not obviously not the exact same shot, but in Asgard of it's Wolverine's arm and it's the claws pop and it just cuts to black.
Nah, I don't know. I feel like no Thor trailer could ever get me that pumped.
If you saw that though,
Nah, I still don't think it would.
I think that would make that like, that would be the best thing ever if that happened. Like I think that would be on par with Spider-Man's appearance in the second trailer for Captain for Civil War. Like that was something. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, so Ragnarok is looking moderately okay. Uh, also, no Natalie Portman in this movie. No Kat Dennings. Stellan Skarsgård is in it. Doctor Strange is in it, and Anthony Hopkins is in
Good.
it. So they fixed that problem. Um, now what else do we have? Next week, actually in 2 days, Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 will be making its appearance on shelves. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. If you already bought them, this is the HD collection of these two HD collections put together.
Uh-huh.
For Kingdom Hearts 2.9 is what I've been calling it. Where it's all of 1.5, all of 2.5, upscaled to 60 frames per second, and and Ultra HD to run on PlayStation 4 instead of PlayStation 3. So, needless to say, I pre-ordered this the day they announced it. Like an asshole. Um, Apparently there are a lot of bugs though with Kingdom Hearts 2 in this game. So
Hmm.
you get to miss out on me screaming at the TV again with this because the
Yeah,
game's a lot
I
harder
do
now.
miss I do miss that.
The game's a lot harder now because the do you remember when I was playing the battle against Vexen, the data replica battle against Vexen, the ice guy with the shield,
Uh-huh.
and there was like that meter on top that you had to stay out of the little circle, otherwise it would summon Anti-Sora and you had to fight him at the same time.
Hmm.
So now because it's twice the speed, it's twice the frame rate, that bar targets twice as fast.
That's, I guess, a good
So that
update.
makes it harder. Some reaction commands don't work because the game's running too fast. Um, Hitboxes are smaller because of how fast the game goes. Because like they were invincible frames in blocks and in dodge rolls and stuff like that. That because the game's running faster, the amount of frames, the amount of time it runs is shorter. Meanwhile, attacks are still based on time. So
Huh.
if he has an attack that runs for 3 seconds and you have 60 frames that you're invincible for, then you're only invincible for 1 second rather than two. So you get hurt more. And the lesson we learn from all this is do not tie gameplay mechanics to the frame rate.
True.
So that's the lesson learned. Apparently they patched it in time for a day one patch, but just if you're buying Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 on Tuesday, be aware of that. Also, apparently, if you save the game, sometimes it will crash your console.
Huh.
That's a minor problem that's been happening.
That does sound like something that could be a problem if you want to
Not it
continue
doesn't.
playing the game.
It's like a full crash where it deletes everything. It just crashes it and it goes back to the home screen, and you have to go back to your previous save. So have fun with that if you're playing that. I did buy Breath of the Wild, the new Legend of Zelda game.
I don't know
Uh,
if there's a frame rate problem with that also.
there is a frame rate problem with that. I bought it for the Wii U because I number one did not want to endorse Nintendo's uh, policy on how they release the Switch, and number two, I couldn't find a Switch to buy one. When I gave up on that stance I took. Um, So I bought it for the Wii U, and it's a fun game. It's very open world, more so than other Zelda games, where in other Zelda games it's open world, but you can still like the story is still very obvious what to do, and like the game kind of pushes you along, like you're on a guided track. This one,
Uh-huh.
it's truly open world. Like once you get off the first plateau, you can go right to the end and finish the game without doing the entire rest of the story.
That's cool.
Because it's a true open world where there's no artificial blocks blocking you from doing stuff. It's just you can go wherever you want. If you get like fucked up a Calamity Ganon in the first 10 minutes of the game, that's on you. Like, don't do that if you don't want to do that. So, people have done it though. They've beaten the game after just getting off the plateau and then going right to fight Ganon. They have beaten the game doing that because you can do it if you're skilled enough in the game, but it's not recommended.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's a fun game. But there are certain times I've noticed extreme frame rate dips. Like I've played games with some frame rate dips before. Like especially playing on computer, you get that a lot. More so than on consoles. But I was walking up a hill and jumped and did a down like slice on a monster, and the frame rate dipped to 0. Like it wasn't a crash, it just the game just stopped. And I had to like take a minute to like, okay, let me get my bearings together, and then it picked up again. Like it was just
I heard
weird.
it's like whenever there's like fire or anything, it like messes everything up.
Yeah, the fire screws it up. The other thing is I'm not playing it on my TV, I'm playing it on the handheld. But it's a fun game regardless. It's just you just gotta deal with that. I mean, as long as you can deal with that, you'll have a good time playing it. And there's so much to the world, and there's so much you have to discover as you're playing. That I would if you are the other person who has a Wii U, I would recommend you buy it because you can't get it for the Switch because you can't find the Switch anywhere.
How much is the Wii U now?
Hmm?
How much is the Wii U now?
I think it's still the same price unless you buy it used at GameStop.
Mm-hmm.
Which GameStop closing down 150 stores now. Did you see that this morning?
I did not.
Yep. Then there was one other game I got this week. I didn't start playing Zero Dawn Horizon. I picked that up on release day, but I haven't started it yet. I picked up Lego Worlds for the PlayStation 4. It's that game that boasts being Minecraft, but with Legos.
Uh-huh.
And I also picked up around Christmas. I got Dragon Quest Builders, which is Dragon Quest Minecraft, and this is Lego Minecraft. And Dragon Quest Minecraft feels like you're just playing Minecraft, but with character skins and some semblance of a story. This actually feels like a unique experience compared to the two, because there's still an element of survival, and I don't know if it's just I missed something early in the game that would help me in this, but there are zombies you can fight, but the zombies are way too powerful. So it's just a little bit off balance. Maybe I just haven't found a weapon yet. But you have to find everything rather than build stuff and craft. And the game basically always runs in creative mode, and you never run out of materials. And once you find something, you can put it anywhere you want. And what's it called? So like the fifth world I went to was one based on the Wild West. So I got explosives. This game becomes a billion times easier with explosives. Because you can just like there are hidden weapons and hidden treasure chests and stuff. If you need to get that, just set, like you can build bombs straight into the ground and just drill a hole right where you need to go, right to the chest. And you don't have to worry about climbing out of the hole because you can climb rock. You don't have to like dig sideways up or like put water down and swim up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I would recommend this game if you have a small child, who's too young for Minecraft. I'm hoping one day they put out DLC for like Lego Star Wars or Lego Marvel or Lego DC or something. That because it's just basic Lego sets. It's just City, West, Arctic, Candy, Pirates, and Egyptian.
I used to have a West one. It had like teepees.
I think this one doesn't have that.
Oh well, it's not as cool as mine.
But yeah, it's a fun game. And last is my favorite game that I've picked up over the last few weeks. Ghost Recon Wildlands. Um, if you've ever played Mercenaries 2,
Yeah, just like
um,
you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
yeah, it's in Bolivia, I think, or something like that. If
Mm-hmm.
you've ever played Mercenaries 2, I would recommend that you right now go to your nearest game store and buy this game because it when you play it, it feels like a spiritual successor to Mercenaries 2.
I did love Mercenaries too.
It's such a fun game. Now it plays with all the same. It doesn't play with the same mechanics as Mercenaries 2. Like it plays with actual driving mechanics and actual flying mechanics. And there's no health bar anymore. That's out of 100. It's like a regular first person
where you
shooter
just feel like
right. But then there's that. There's no drive with A, stop with X. It's actually drive with the triggers like every other driving game. There's you also always have three people following you, three AI computer players following you to help you on missions.
That's nice.
That you can command them too, like in the original Battlefront. You can command the troops to go with you and do stuff.
Yeah.
So it's always fun to do that. And there's one other big thing you can do. You can clear out towns of the cartel members.
Oh.
That was like the first thing I did. Is I found a town and I cleared out a cartel from the town. Like it's such a fun game.
That's kind of like Red Dead Redemption, the Undead Edition. Like you go save towns from zombies, and then like you have to take care of those towns.
Yes, but like yeah, I would like if for the month of April. Let me give you my recommendations for games for the next month of what you should buy. If you have a Wii U, or you're lucky enough to have if you have a Switch, you already have it. If you have a Wii U, you might not. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. If you have a small child, Lego Worlds, like I said. If you have someone between the ages of, I would say, 8 and 16, I would say Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, MLB The Show, which has a new retro mode where the graphics are reminiscent of MLB 94. What they called. And I would also recommend, as I said before, Zero Dawn Horizon is apparently really good. I haven't started it yet. And Ghost Recon Wildlands. All of which are really good. I haven't played a bad game yet this year.
Wow, impressive.
Like, usually I
might buy
by now.
Resident Evil 0 is on sale, so I might buy that.
I've been buying all the Sims 3 expansion packs for my computer. Now that I have a computer that can run Sims 3, I've been buying them all up. Think about how sad that is. Like
Resident Evil 0 is on sale for $10. So I might get that.
Apparently, Resident Evil 7 or Biohazard is really good.
Yes, it is. One of my friends got that. It's very different because it's the first person Resident Evil game.
Yeah,
and
one of the guys I
work
work
with
plays
originals where you have to like do shit, like
Someone
survive
he loves it.
massacre.
Let's see what else is. Steam hasn't had any good sales recently, or at least I haven't gotten any notifications of good sales. It's always disappointing. This is a disappointment. Yeah, the entire Resident Evil franchise is 80% off on whatever this is. On Steam. Civilization 6 was on sale last week. I saw that, but I bought that day one.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. But yeah, so let's look at our itinerary for the next few weeks. See what we can add on, adjust, because we're gonna have to adjust this. I can guarantee it. Recent. This one. Let's take a look at what we can push around here. Okay. So we're still gonna be doing Furious 7 on the 14th, on the 11th for Fast. I have to update this. It's the Fate of the Furious. I'm sorry. Fate of the Furious. So I think rather than doing what we anticipated doing, I think we should do the Oscar winners.
Like all of them?
No. 3.
Oh, okay.
Um, so let's take a look at the best. We'll do 3 of the best picture nominees. How about that?
All right.
That we haven't already talked about. Did we talk about Arrival already?
Yeah, we talked about Arrival.
That's like if I'm not writing anything down. Um, let's take a look. I love that picture of Ryan Gosling laughing when he found out La La Land didn't win.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's him in the background just laughing. Select the category. Best picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to buy Resident Evil 7 till it gets more on sale.
Yeah. So let's see. We can do Hacksaw Ridge, Manchester by the Sea, Fences, Moonlight. We did Arrival already. We do Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures, Line, and La La Land. Let me take a look at when La La Land comes out on DVD. I definitely want to do that. So I think you should be subjected to this. DVD. It wasn't a bad movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying it's an incredibly overrated movie.
What?
La La Land.
La La Land?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I just don't like that music, so I feel like that's the only thing it had going for it.
Oh, wait, shit, we have 2 other movies we gotta throw in here. Never mind, we can't even do this month. Hang on, so next week, we have to do... Okay, so we have Ghost in the... Let's cut Ghost in the Shell.
Are we doing... Is that the original one?
The original. I'm cutting it, though. We're not doing that.
I wanted to watch that.
This week we're gonna do... we have Rogue One coming out on DVD this week. Oh, no. Fantastic Beasts. And where to find. Then the week after we have Rogue One. Then Furious 7. Then the 18th that week we can pull. We have something else we can put in there. Do you want to do Moonlight? Which one do you want to do? You pick that one.
What are my options?
So we did Arrival. So Fences, Moonlight, Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures, not La La Land. We do that the week after. Lion or Manchester by the Sea.
Huh. Moonlight.
Moonlight? Okay.
Yeah.
So I have Moonlight in. And then this we're gonna replace with La La Land. We're gonna do La La Land the week it comes out. So let's see. So let's oh boy, this is a... Okay, we have to go X-Nay on the Matrix series now because we can't have that in. We're gonna have a new Matrix movie coming out. So next week we have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, coinciding with the DVD release. The week after we have Rogue One, coinciding with the DVD release. Then we have Furious 7, I guess. Then we have Moonlight. Then we have La La Land. Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy, because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 comes out. Then Caligula.
Yeah.
You picked that one.
An oldie but a goodie.
I'm not going to be putting on a list for ordering that off Amazon, am I? They name dropped Caligula in, what's it called? What was that? The Office.
I do not recall.
In, what's it called? When they go to Robert California's house.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yeah, he's... When he goes to his movie room and he's like, I only wanted to watch like 2 movies in here or something.
It's like Caligula, and I forgot the other one was.
Yeah.
Let me just double check, make sure there's no other releases we need to coincide with, so we can keep Caligula in. Oh crap, the other 2 we gotta switch to. So this is gonna be a surprise for you. Caligula we can keep in, but we need to replace the one after that with Alien.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one. We're okay with that. Then we have to replace the one after that. Which Pirates of the Caribbean movie do you want to
Not a lot of them.
do? Which one? Pick one.
The first one.
Okay. Curse of the Black Pearl. The Black Pearl. Okay, and then let me double check there's nothing else. Or we can do Baywatch the TV show. You want to do that instead?
No. No.
I'm okay.
I'm
Thanks.
not watching that.
We did Suicide Squad already, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we have nothing to coincide with the Wonder Woman release then.
Darn.
And Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants is opening against Wonder Woman.
I forgot that was a movie.
I saw the trailer for Power Rangers because that tells you exactly what they were expecting the target audience to be for Power Rangers. In the trailer, they say based on the worldwide phenomenon.
It was a pretty big phenomenon.
And I'm like, it was a worldwide phenomenon 20 years ago.
True.
Not in 2017.
The world wasn't ready for a Captain Underpants movie.
No, I think it was.
It wasn't.
The trailer looked pretty funny. Like, I don't like the casting.
I read all the books. I remember.
I don't like Thomas Middleditch.
I'm not gonna reread them. Oh, I also when I was home, I read the first 5 Series of Unfortunate Events books.
Were they all as funny as the TV show?
Yes. At rereading them, I was like, but it's because all of the funny parts are from straight narration from Lemony Snicket. So as a second grader, I didn't get it.
Oh, okay.
So like in the show, the show like directly quotes almost all the narration from the book, but in the books, there's no mention of secret societies or anything until the very end of the 5th book.
Yeah, that I remember.
There's nothing at all.
Yeah, so we'll call it a day there, so we can actually work on the schedule after without having to do it on the air again.
Yeah.
We'll just adjust we have to adjust our summer schedule because the summer release slate has officially come out. You know, they don't officially, like, it's like when a video game goes, you ever hear going gold with a video game? Have you ever heard that phrase?
I have not.
It means that the video game may have been announced and there may be multiple trailers for it and there may be, like, you know, demos out for it on the shop, but going gold means it got the approval to go forward with shipping physical copies.
Oh, okay.
So that's the official release confirmation that this game is coming out on this day. They don't do the summer release schedule until around now. So the summer release schedule is now out for movies. So now we can actually put dates in for what the big releases are this summer. And there are a lot. Oh, I got a mild case of cancer at Power Rangers because I showed the Despicable Me trailer.
Yay!
And anytime the minions are on screen, I feel like my gallbladder is like...
It's what we need.
I feel like tumor forming on my pancreas every time I see the minions. So that anyway, so we'll be back next week with, let me bring up the schedule again. I don't remember what I said. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Fuck Them.
And Where to Fuck Them?
Would have been a much different movie if that was the title.
That's what Beauty and the Beast is.
Yes. You know what? I'm going to call it right now. That's going to be the joke title they're going to use for the movie when they do the honest trailer for it.
What?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Pork Them.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I don't know. I think they will. Did you see Michael Bolton in the honest trailer for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yes, and he does a little joke from Lonely Island. Yeah,
at the end it's like, we'll call you back for the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie. He's like, yeah, they're making another one. Isn't it great? It's like, okay. So we'll be back with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them next week.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're listening to this on the Beware of Spoilers channel, our next episode will be for... I didn't think I'd be saying that I'm going to be going to this movie in theaters ever. The Fate of the Furious.
I need to watch like all of them so I understand what's happening.
I don't think that's really an issue. I think you're vastly overestimating the emotional depth of these movies.
It's pretty emotional.
there's cars, and there's attractive women. That's the appeal of these movies.
No, it's about family.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's about family.
Because like I think the funniest thing with this was did you see like the response after the second trailer, where it's like what was it like fuck well when it was announced that like they finally showed that he was being blackmailed into turning on them.
Yeah, in the trailer.
And it's like, oh, so he didn't just turn on them. And it's like, has no one who watches Fast and the Furious ever seen any movie besides Fast and the Furious before? Because I called that when I saw the first trailer during Monday Night Football in the middle of September.
Like, well, he would never betray family.
Yes, that's the thing. Why was everyone like, oh no, Dom switched sides? Dom didn't switch sides.
I like the part where there's a giant submarine in the car chase.
Yes.
And then the Rock like jumps on a torpedo
and kicks it away. Like
it's like a Roland Emmerich movie, but with cars. Like
yeah, basically.
It's what the people want.
It's car porn.
Of them.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's car porn with.
Oh, and Charlize Theron is the bad guy in this movie, and she like makes tidal waves out of cars.
Yes, she can hack all the cars.
Yeah, even cars that were made in like the 90s.
Yeah, they all have computers in them somewhere.
Yes, I guess so.
Yep. So we'll be back with either Fate of the Furious if you're listening to that channel.
Goodbye,
or
everyone.
Fantastic Beasts.